Hey girls, we are back. We have game nights. I'm so excited. I opened up a new game. They have not sponsored us, so I will not be saying the name of the game. It's brand spanking new. So, are you excited about this new game, Kim?
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, if I'm honest. I don't know what to expect.
I
I'm here
found this game. They have a YouTube channel. So that's why I said they are not getting a sponsorship because they are in millions.
Okay.
But the game is very interesting. I love it. They have different versions of it with like their lovers, with friends, with parents, with kids. It's very cool. So I'm like, oh, these are cool conversation starters because I like doing these type of things with my employees and with friends. So let's get into, let me do the left side and shuffle. All right. Who do I remind you of and why?
As in, who do you remind me of? I don't know. Let me think.
I think you remind me of a friend that I had in high school. I cannot remember her name. If I go through like my yearbook, I would, you know what her name, I think her name was Allison. We were great child friendships, like in elementary school. When I had like my slumber party, I remember her giving me a creative gift. She stuffed money in like the toilet paper, the roll, like the brown roll. She like stuffed it. So when I take the tissue out, there was like money stuffed in there. But yeah, she was just quirky like that. But she was just very soft spoken. I don't know. We just grew apart, not in a bad way, but I got into athletics. Seriously into athletics in high school. So yeah, my time was taken from just doing sports. And I don't know where she is now, but yeah, I don't know. You remind me of a friend that I had in my elementary high school. Her name was Allison.
Oh, well, I hope she's doing good. I think for me, it's so difficult because I'm associating you so much with like America and your accent and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't know anyone like that. But then personality-wise, actually, there was a lady that I worked with when I was straight out of high school. I went to work in a university library. And she was one of the people who kind of was teaching me how to work there and how to do things. And she was very driven, the same as you are. So she was working there and doing her thing and saving money, but actually she was planning to start her own business. And I just remember thinking like, oh, she's like a boss already. Like the way that she acts, the way that she talks about things, she was very confident. And yeah, so I guess she's the most like you. Her name was Cleo. She was really a really nice girl, lady. She was cool.
All right. I don't know her, but thanks, lady.
Yeah.
All right. This is weird. Well, it's not weird, but we're virtual, so I don't know if it would like make any sense. Look me in the eyes and tell me something in silence.
I don't think it will work.
That's why I said this is not weird, but it wouldn't work in person. Yeah, there's another one with the eyes. Look me into the eyes and describe what you see. Yeah, it doesn't work. Come on, game.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of my friends don't you trust? Well, you don't know my friend.
No. Next.
Next one. All right. What was the toughest time you ever had?
Oh my god. That's a hard question.
I'm going to have to say 25. I'm going to say 25. 25 was like the year where I was just disconnecting from my friends from college, in high school, and like really getting into the workforce, the real world. And there was a certain situation where I needed help and no one showed up. No one showed up. I had paid for abortions. I'm going to say it on here. I have helped people with rent. I have driven from across the I'm not going to say across the country, but many states and with friends. And when I needed something, it was like no one was there. So I'm going to have to say 25 was like the hardest and most pivotal year for me as far as friendship.
Yeah. Did you change at all because of that year and that experience?
I did. That was the first year. That was the first time I went to therapy.
Ah, okay.
So yes, that was like it wasn't because of that situation. It was the type of work I was doing. I was in the health field working with HIV and AIDS. So yeah, that job was just a lot. And so, and another, like a nurse suggested that I take therapy because the job is going to be a lot, which it was. So, yeah, I took therapy. That was my first round of taking therapy, and it just unraveled so much about myself, about my needs being changed, my wants, the job, and just handling my emotions, my emotional intelligence. I was introduced to that. So yeah, I definitely changed because that was like the first year. And then when I saw like the improvement, I started going like twice a week. I felt like I was becoming annoying.
Really?
Yes.
So it was really helpful.
Yes.
I feel like going to therapy, there's still a taboo about it in the UK. And because of that, it's not as popular as it is in the US. I'm not sure. Like, do you know most people go to therapy, or like the percentage of the people you know, for example?
It's talked about a lot more. And they also try to use it as like a weapon, like, oh, she did bad, but maybe she has a mental illness, maybe she has like a mental condition, she needs to go to therapy. So, but as far as, yeah, I know, I'm gonna say half the people I know go to therapy, or they question me like, how do you go about finding a therapist? And I'm like, it's just like you're dating. You definitely have to you definitely have to vet, because people have their ways, and you also just need to feel comfortable talking to your therapist, because you it's a vulnerable state that you're in, and they can't help you unless you give them the information, and a lot of the information is going to be open, so you need to be like comfortable with your therapist. So yeah, I tell you, it's just like dating. You have to like filter them out. So don't expect like the first, second, or third session to be like, oh my God. No, no, you have to like fill each other out. I tell people to ask, can you have like a free complimentary session, a 30 minutes, so you guys can see how your conversation is. If you feel comfortable, pick her brain, pick their brain.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe part of the reason why it's different in the UK is because we have the National Health Service here. So if we are sick in any way, we get referred to a doctor or a therapist, and we don't get to choose who that is.
Oh, wow.
So I had one experience. I went to see one. It was about more like anxiety stuff in general. And it was pretty good. She was very like straightforward and like gave me a list of things. You need to do this, you need to do this. And I'd go back and see her, and it wasn't like deep. Like, she didn't want to help me understand where it came from or anything like that, which I think would have been more helpful for me. But it helped anyway. And then another time I had to go back, and I didn't get on with them at all.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't click with this woman at all. And so I just never went back. and just kind of tried to deal with it on my own with the information I'd learned from the previous time.
Yeah, I hear that kind of story a lot with males because some males are like starting to talk about wanting to go to therapy and kind of just unpack. And they'll say, you know, I wish I would have met you the first time I wanted to go to therapy, because no one told me like you have to like filter them out and see if you have to. They just say go to therapy, but they didn't know like it's a process. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just like you're dating someone, you got to filter them out.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, because I imagine all therapists have like their different ways of dealing with things as well, so it's different.
And there's also like little platforms like BetterHelp, because I did that one during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So and I found like an excellent therapist on there. So
Oh really?
yes, it was a couple of struggles the first two. I'm like, what do you mean you want to text? I'm grieving here. And I told him like, I don't want this therapist, but yeah, you got to filter them out. It's definitely a process.
I think, going back to the question, that actually my toughest time was the beginning of the pandemic, because it's quite a complicated situation. But basically, before the pandemic, I'd been living in Milan with my partner at the time, and I came back to England to visit my parents, and then everything locked down, and so I was stuck in England while my friends and my partner were in Milan, which was hit really badly by corona in the beginning. Like, it was one of the worst places in Europe. And it was just so stressful. And like, apart from the relationship stuff, also like living back with my parents after being away for so long was very difficult.
I can imagine.
Yeah, there were a few arguments.
I can imagine. Oh God.
And just like being on top of each other all the time, like not having your own space and stuff. It was tough.
And living underneath their rules. God.
Yeah.
I know I had to do that like briefly, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, that's it. Once you've left, going back is
torture.
Tough. Yeah.
Torture.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my God. So how did you change as a person going through that whole big transition?
I guess so. I think I appreciated things more afterwards, because like there were so many things that I took for granted. Like, I traveled a lot before the pandemic, and because I was living in Milan, there are like 3 airports there, and you can go to anywhere in Europe very easily. And I was doing that, and I was like traveling to like maybe 3 countries a year, like visiting. And then we were locked down, and I was stuck in England for 2 years plus, I think. So I really learned to appreciate like, once it opened up again, I was like, this is going to be the best. Right. And it is still. Like, I'm grateful for the things that I'm able to do again.
Yeah. Yeah, the pandemic, whew.
It was a crazy time.
The first 8 months, I was like, okay, because I had moved a year before, but I did not fully unpack my apartment. So I still had like boxes and like half my closet, and I was just getting by. But when the pandemic happened, I like, okay, let me just finally move in here. I moved in, and then after like 8 months, I was like, okay, what is going on? Because I'm going to go crazy. I need to go outside. New York City was so empty. It was frightening. There was no one outside. The streets were so clean. You can do like a cartwheel in the middle of Times Square. It was like ghost town. Yeah, it was crazy. And then we had curfews. I'm like, this is torture.
We had like crazy things that were like, you're only allowed to leave your house if you're going to like the supermarket or the doctor's. That's it. And it was like queuing to go into the supermarket. I queued for like over an hour to get into the supermarket. It was 1 in, 1 out.
Oh God.
And it was Yeah, it was really crazy. They were so strict.
I don't know what the head count was, but they was having us like line up, and when people would leave, it would be like three. I don't know what the head count was, but yeah, it was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Just the whole experience, and then wearing the masks. Some people were wearing gloves.
Yeah.
The trains were like free, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really weird. Now it kind of feels like a dream, like a bad dream that happened, because now everything's back to normal. In England, at least, everything's totally back to normal.
I'm sure they're gonna make a movie about this and tell us the whole truth within like 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to know, because I think I'm going to be angry, because I was so nervous in the beginning. I was like taking it very seriously. I was like, because I was with my parents who are older.
Okay.
And I was like disinfecting the groceries and stuff before I would take them to the kitchen. And now I'm like they both had it and they were totally fine, and I had it and I
never got it.
And I was like,
I never got it. And I left the country. Yeah, I never got it.
Yeah.
And I had to get tested for to leave. Yeah, I went to Jamaica for my birthday, and you have to get tested before you leave. You have to fill out a form. The doctor has to sign it, give you a prescription, and then I had to do it before. Like, they had a nurse on the like that I don't want to say island, but the resort. I never got it.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just.
I think most people I know got it.
I never got it.
Yeah. It was like, for me, it was bad for like a week. Like, I felt like I had a flu and like a sore throat and stuff like that. But after that, it was kind of okay. But my parents both had it and were totally fine. Like, no symptoms at all. And I was like, what's going on? Like, they tested positive, but they didn't have anything.
I never got it, but that daggone shot messed up my menstrual period. My menstrual cycle.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I would have never gotten that thing.
Really?
Yeah, my period is like extra long now.
Oh, ever since?
Yes. Yeah, my periods are usually short, but now it's like long.
Is that definitely the only explanation? That's the only thing that changed that could have caused it? Weird.
Yeah, I wish I would have never gotten that shot. My menstrual cycle is like,
Yeah, I think I didn't experience anything after the like vaccinations, because I had the first one and I had like a sore arm but no symptoms or anything. And then I was supposed to get the second one, but I actually got COVID at that time, so I had to like push it back. But I was kind of thinking like, oh, well, I've had COVID now, so I've got like immunity.
Right.
So do I need the second one? But I got it anyway later.
I did not get it because I'm like, no. I'm like, y'all messing up my insides. Yeah. What is going on? I didn't even have COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It was so crazy. I'm so glad that it's over now.
Yes, because after like a year and a half, I'm like, all right, what is going on? And the president that we had, oh God.
Yeah, I saw some of the stuff.
I'm like, they're probably the other people are probably looking at us like we are idiots. We swear some of us did not swarm him in, but oh God.
Yeah. But we had our own problems in England too. Like, our prime minister was telling everyone like, you can't go to hospital and see your loved ones when they're sick and they're dying. So people were dying alone in hospital, which is horrific. While at the same time, it's come out that the government officials were having like barbecues and stuff together, like secret parties. It's totally crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, everyone like is really angry about it in the UK.
That is insane. I know they caught a couple of like Congress women in another state like getting her nails done when she's supposed to be doing something else. But yeah, it was just insane. I'm glad it is over. We're back outside.
Yeah.
New York is thriving from, I think they lost like over at, I forgot what the dollar amount was, but due to New York City being shut down for all those years, a lot of businesses did not make it. So a lot of, you see a lot of for rent, for lease, but they lost a lot of money.
I can imagine.
Just off a tourist attraction.
Yeah, any tourist places must have lost loads.
I'm in the suburbs of New Jersey.
Yeah. Is it safe? Is it safer there? Like safer for COVID? Was it like, because it's not so packed as New York, right? Because I think New York had like a lot of cases because so many people live close together.
New Jersey was pretty high, but I'm not like in a, I am in like a city like, but the numbers were low compared to people who are closer to New York City. I'm a little bit more down because it takes me 17 minutes to get there on train. But there's like people who live like 5 minutes away. Like it's literally across the bridge. So they are more closer to New York City. But a lot of people in New York City after the pandemic, they have migrated down to New Jersey. So now New Jersey is getting kind of like overpopulated and people are coming down even more because a lot of jobs are being remote and things are going up. Jobs are not paying and just so many other factors. So they're trying to find, and then the real estate is just going up. So it's just crazy in this whole little area.
Do you have that as well? Because in England, the price of like groceries, for example, has gone up so much, like a crazy amount. Is it the same in New Jersey?
Yeah. Yes, the farmers are kind of like struggling to grow their stuff because they were in a drought and before that they had so much product that they had to throw a lot of it out because we weren't allowed to go in the stores or it would rot away. So now that happens, and it's just a trickling effect. So the shelves are very like limited and stuff like that. So, but yeah, everything is high. Everything is high. Electricity is high.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I do like my budget like every month, and I'm like, man, it's just me eating, and I'm but so big, and it's like, this is my grocery bill.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's one thing that I'm very organized with. Money, I'm very good with. Because I feel like it's important and I need to be able to budget and like know how much I can spend on this or that. So yeah, I'm pretty good with that. But with other things, not so much.
Do you know the crazy thing is? I just started being organized with money.
Really?
Yeah, like 5 years ago. I'm just now getting in the rhythm of it. But yeah, numbers, I don't know. Numbers, I'm just like, oh my God, just figure it out. I don't...
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, I just got in the rhythm of numbers. I don't know, numbers, it's just like, it just looks like a big clusterfuck for me. I want to see colors and fabrics.
But can't you do it like, maybe you could do it in a more visual way. So you see like a chart with like, this is how much money I have.
I do that. I do that in my little Excel, but I don't know. It's just like cumbersome. I'm just like, oh, is it time of the month? Let me do my budget. Let me see how much. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I just got organized with that baby like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Are you finding it useful though?
Yes. My business mentor, she works strictly with money, like women with money. She sat with me for like almost 3 hours during the pandemic. She's like, your spending habits is more on business versus your personal. And I'm like, is it? I don't know. So yeah, she really like helped me like fine comb, like, here are your trends, and I'm just like, what the hell? What are you talking about? So yeah, I was terrible. I was not organized.
Have you changed your habits?
Yes, she has helped me. She has helped me structure it on how I function, because she knows I'm like, you got to be a little easy on me with the numbers, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, with her help, yeah, I'm fine. But before, yeah, whatever. Here, I have the money. Here it is.
I think like I feel like that's such a valuable life skill that it should be taught in schools. Like the basics of like budgeting and stuff, I think should be taught in schools.
The crazy thing is, I took accounting too. I don't know. I just never. I don't. Yeah, I've taken accounting. Like I've taken it, and I took a refresher too. I don't know. I just numbers is just not my thing. And it even goes when it even goes back to the conversation where I was having trouble with my business plan. It was the numbers is, yeah, numbers is not my thing. I definitely need someone to look over and review it because yeah, numbers is just not my thing. I know what's going on, but yeah, numbers is not my thing.
Well, I guess at least you know that, and you know that you can go to someone to help you do that.
Yes. That is one thing I was like, I'm not getting rid of someone who's good at numbers because that is a weak area for me.
Yeah. I think it's more difficult in the US as well because you guys have to do your like taxes, like work out your taxes and stuff.
Oh God. Yeah, we got taxes. Certain states you have to pay taxes like every quarter. So it's annoying.
Yeah, it sounds it. In England it's like with most jobs, if it's like a salaried job, the tax is taken out automatically. So you don't have to do anything. You just, what you get after tax is what you get. So it's nice.
Yeah, they take out so much. Social Security, Medicare, they just take out so much. And then you still take out some more. The bill was supposed to be for the World War I or II, I don't remember, but then they never took away the tax thing. So we're still stuck with it. We're still paying for that. But yeah, that's what the taxes came from. Oh, good old America.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of that.
No, yeah, we still have things from like old times, and they need to just revive a lot of bills, but they don't.
Yeah.
Oh God. What's our next question? What is one thing you think I could change right now to earn more money? This is an interesting question.
Yeah, it's difficult because I don't know what you are doing. I guess just marketing stuff, right? You just need to market the book.
I don't like being around people sometimes. Yeah, I don't.
Social media market then. Just put it out there. You don't need to meet people.
There's so many frauds out. We're like 10, 12 years in social media. So there are just so many frauds. People need to know more about the products or you before they buy in.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's not like I'm a public figure. I'm a celebrity or an influencer. But, yeah, you got to do a little bit more. Yeah, sometimes I just don't want to be around people because I just truly like to just create and just be in my elements and just stopping and talk. Sometimes I just truly just don't want to talk sometimes. That's just how I am. Sometimes I just want to declutter my mind by just creating something and sewing or just being creative. Sometimes I just don't really want to talk to people. Some people just get offended by it, but I'm just like, I don't feel like talking today. Like, just.
Yeah. But I think in a way, you doing that, like retreating for a while, doing your own thing that you want to do, will then kind of, it's the introvert thing, right? You kind of replenish your energy so that you can then go and spend time with people and you're in a better place to do that.
Yeah, I was just telling someone, I'm in a Zoom burnout because I'm in meetings. It's been Zoom meetings, Google Meet. What's another one? Blue Jeans. I'm just, that's by like Verizon. But yeah, I'm just burnt out by all this digital. Like we've been doing digital stuff for like 3 years now.
Oh, it's a long time.
So yeah, I'm pretty like zoomed out. Like, can we do this in person or something? I don't want to do a Zoom meetup. Can we like meet in person? Like, can I see the person's energy? But I probably would say, yeah, marketing. Marketing. Yeah, I just yikes.
To be honest, I think that's the same answer for me as well.
Why? You're probably no, you're not indecisive. You're decisive. But you are probably shy.
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't know. Are you sure? Wait, do you like conversing with people?
So I love one-on-one conversations, but if there's like 3 or more people, I'm pretty silent.
I can talk in front of a group of people. I'm fine with that. Like public speaking, yeah. I just need to be in the mood. Like I said, sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like talking today. Like, I just want to be to myself. But yeah, speaking in front of a crowd, I'm fine with that. It's just I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a problem with like reading, for example. Like, I can read in front of people, but to stand and like talk about myself, for example, I would find that really difficult.
Yeah, I was just talking to my copywriter and she's like asking me because she's doing the about page and she's like, tell me. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not good at like, I don't know. What do you want to know? Just pick my brain. She's like, well, you have to tell me. I don't. And I'm just like, I don't know what to put. Like, I'm just not a braggadocious person like that. I can better show you than tell you. I don't know. I just, when it comes to me, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Okay. I'm here.
Yeah. I think that's true as well. Like, I hate that question in like job interviews, for example, when they say, okay, tell me about yourself. I know in that situation, they want to know about your work history. But in general, it's like, okay, I can tell you about myself, but I don't know you. So I don't know what about me is interesting to you. So I don't know which parts to tell, if that makes sense.
Yeah, probably trying to see what your character is like, your morals and stuff like that. I don't know.
Maybe you should like write your, what was it? Your logistician thing.
Oh, they probably would think I'm crazy. Yeah, they probably would think I'm like insane.
Nah, I don't think so. Hardworking.
Yes. So much fun. Should we do one more?
Yeah, let's try.
What's your secret fear when it comes to finances? Oh, I already know.
Okay, you go first then.
Become a homeless again.
Again?
Yeah, I've been homeless. Yeah, terrible money, terrible budgeting. As I said, your numbers was not my thing. Yeah, I've been homeless. Homeless during college. Yes, got evicted.
How long were you homeless for?
6 months.
What did you do?
Slept in my car, showered at school, told guys to buy my food, used my friends' like college food meal plans. I forgot what you call it because I didn't have one. And tried to pay off my debt. And I paid off my debt. But yeah, that's what. Oh, and my clothes were in storage. Forgot about that.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that is my fear. Terrible just budgeting.
That's so scary.
Oh, the days. Try to work in the days where I work overnight with the elderly. Yeah, that was like my comfortable time to like rest my feet to actually like doze off for like a couple of hours comfortably.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like that's everyone's biggest fear, isn't it? Because that's like the worst that can happen financially. Like, you end up homeless. So I don't know. But maybe if you've experienced it already.
Yeah, I do not want to go back there. I do not want to go back there, especially the city I was in. Oh God, no.
Were you not in
No.
Okay.
It's a little rough city. No. Yeah.
Gosh. I really can't imagine. But I think that's probably my worst fear too, because it's like you have nothing, going down to having nothing or minus. Like, that's really scary.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like I dreaded when it was nighttime trying to go to sleep, because I knew in the back of my mind, like, you're sleeping in your car.
Yeah.
So
Did you at least, were you able to park somewhere?
yeah,
Like,
I found somewhere. I had to go like out of town and like park my car in like a apartment parking lot.
Okay. God.
Oh, the struggle.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything positive from that experience that you can gain from it, or like you learned from it?
Having better money management, definitely discipline, because I knew I had to pay off the debt that I had, because I was never paying my apartment, or I was spending it on other stuff instead of like putting a portion of my check towards like making your rent. And what else? And just being appreciative of like things, because I really had to look like I was not homeless in my car when I had to. Yeah, because if I were to drive back to my storage, that would be wasting gas, and I need to save. So it was like, you need to figure out what's going on. So yes, it was a struggle and a strategy.
Yeah. Well, you're stronger now.
Yes. Oh, the struggles of bad money management.
Yeah.
But I figured it out. I figured it all out.
Yeah. I think it happens a lot though, like maybe not to the level of becoming homeless, but so many people don't know how to manage their money and like how to borrow money as well.
Yeah.
That's a big problem in the UK.
Yeah, thankfully I had like a credit union. They break down like, if you make this amount of money and your rent is this, your debt is this, then you need to make like a certain amount, because if you lose your job or if you something happens, like we need to know like you're going to pay the money back. So I had to like re-educate myself on what goes into when you take out a loan, or saving money and budgeting, and how much money you make per month, your spending habit. It was just a whole big adventure.
Yeah, it's about prioritizing, isn't it? Like,
yes,
you need to pay this, you need to pay that, and then these things are like, oh, if I have enough, then I can do
right. So yeah, so I'm like, oh, that's why I always see like planning, vacation planning. I used to be like, what the hell do I need a vacation plan for? I'm just gonna pay it all out in one. What the heck? Yeah, I was one of those. It was just pretty bad. And call my parents up like, hey, can I have $1,000? I was just terrible.
Well, maybe that's part of growing up too. You have to learn those things as you get older.
Oh yeah, I definitely did, and I wasted a lot of money. No more. I could have invested that money in like my IRA or something. My retirement. Oh wow. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was very interesting.
Our little game.
Good game.
Yes, I'm not going to say the name, but it would probably be better in person. We're going to play the other one next time. She's over there. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed our game night with Kim from London. Definitely like the video. Get us in the algorithms, because I know it's been a hiatus. I had to go live my life in lather in the sun. And yeah, share a friend and share it to another friend. We'll be back with another episode. Bye, guys.